Hello everybody and welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking all about my favorite toppers. Most of these are for the eyes, but I have two glosses as well. These are some of my favorite products to add at the end of my makeup. They're so transformative, but they're so easy to wear as well because they're so sheer. I'm super passionate about these. But before I start raving about all of these toppers, today's video is sponsored by Majouri, which is really exciting. So a huge thank you to them. Majouri is having their first ever Diamond Week, which you'll get 15% off of all diamond pieces, which is huge. They usually just have their Black Friday sale and that's about it. So this is really exciting and just in time for Valentine's Day, or if you want to treat yourself, because I know I will. So the sale started today, February 1st, and it's going on until February 7th. I now wanted to take a brief moment to show you the pieces I'm wearing. These are some of my all-time favorite pieces, the ones that I wear almost daily. So on my left hand here, I have one of my newer pieces, and this is my Pave Diamond Stacker ring. I just love how sparkly it is, and I love how the bar is kind of suspended. I think it's very unique, but so dainty and timeless at the same time. And on my right hand here, I've got two very special pieces. This one right here is my Pave Diamond Slim Seigneur. And now on my middle finger is my most special piece to me, and that is my Pave Diamond Soft Charlotte ring. I purchased this ring after overcoming something very personal, and it just represents coming on top of that and never going back to the situation before. It just represents something really beautiful and special to me, and I wear it nearly every day. I find it to be so unique and beautiful and eye-catching, and it just has so much meaning to me. And on my ears I have my diamond mini studs as well as my Pave Diamond bold huggy hoops. They're so cute and so sparkly. Oh my goodness, I wear them all the time. They're some of my favorite earrings. On my neck, I'm wearing my diamond station necklace. It's the perfect everyday necklace, and when you turn your body, the little diamonds sparkle. And I did take a peek at their website once I learned about this sale, and I have my eye on the diamond letter charm. I love my cursive letter charm that I have from Majouri so much, and I might get the diamond one. I don't know if I should get a J or an A, because I already have the J in the cursive. It might be cute with the A. I don't know there. I have to make a decision, but that one's on my radar. But I will have each piece I talked about linked in the description, as well as a link to the Diamond Week sale. I wanted to say another huge thank you to Majouri for sponsoring today's video. It's always such a dream to work with them. But now, before we start talking about makeup, I would love for you to subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get started. Let's kick it off with the two lip glosses. So the first one is the Shiseido Shimmer Gel Gloss in the shade 02. This is so beautiful. I'm very picky when it comes to metallic lip products because they can feel very grainy and gross. And they can just enhance texture very easily. Sometimes the pigment in them can fall into the cracks of your lips, and it can just be a hot mess. Whereas this one is so beautiful. It just enhances like the glossy look of your lips. I'll add a little bit more on so you can see what I mean. And the shimmer in here is so stunning. It's kind of Euphoria vibes because it has like blue and violet. All in all, it's like this nice nudie base. So you can see it just really exaggerates the glossy effect of my lips. And the pigment in here is so super fine, so you don't feel it at all when you rub your lips together. That's my number one hated thing about metallic lip products, is that they can feel very gross and grainy like sandpaper when they're on your mouth, but doesn't happen with this one. The next one is the Wet n Wild Megaslicks lip gloss in the shade Crushed Diamonds. How fitting. This one is beautiful. It does have a thicker, kind of bigger glitter in here, whereas this one was more of a pearl. This one's definitely more of a glitter, but even so, it's very smooth in texture. It does feel a little bit grainy if you really rub your lips together hard, but it's very minimal for this type of effect. And this is a super comfortable lip gloss formula. It almost feels like a gel. It doesn't have that sticky tackiness that classic glosses do, and when it's applied to the lips, I find it so hypnotizing. And when you walk out into the sunlight, forget about it. It's so pretty. I wish I had direct sunlight, but that's not happening where I'm living right now. So those are the two glosses. From here on out, it's all eye products. To kick off the eye portion, I'm going to be talking about my first loves when it comes to eye toppers. And they are none other but the Makeup Forever Starlit Diamond Powders. My favorite shade, 106, which is the green reflect. They have a ton of different shades and a fun range of reflects. I've had these in my collection for 6 years now. These are still the original ones. It's fine though because they're pigments. They last a lifetime pretty much. These kind of things don't really go bad. So here is the packaging. It's kind of interesting. So there's a little sifter in the center and it allows some product to like build up in the donut hole, and you could shove a brush in there. I usually work with whatever's on the cap. That way I get a sheer effect. But these are so beautiful. I can't even put into words how stunning these are. The size of the glitter is what keeps me reaching back for them. It's so fine and they're so lightweight as well. I would describe this formula kind of fluffy like. It's so lightweight and they adhere so well. I feel like there's some kind of staticky situation happening, but it adheres right to your lid perfectly without having to use like a glitter glue or anything of the sort. Highly recommend. Some of my top favorites from Makeup Forever. They just add so much dimension. It's insane. Next up, these are super hyped up at the moment. These are the Urban Decay Moondust eyeshadows. They're so hyped up, but I would say they deserve every single ounce of hype. They're so beautiful. These have been repackaged recently, I think, and that's why people are finding out about them now, but they used to be in this kind of ugly silver packaging. I had a ton of them. I loved them back in the day when I was first getting into makeup before I had a channel or like my Instagram page. They were so nice, but I had them all in a magnetic palette and I dropped it one day and they all shattered. It was a heartbreaking day. I saved up for them forever and I can't tell you how saddened I was. I tried to fix it with alcohol. It was just, I couldn't do it. So these kind of have that nostalgic feeling to me. I think they have improved the formula because they feel a lot more smooth. Like when you swatch them, they just adhere to your fingertip really well. This is what I'm wearing all over my lid today. And again, this has such a fine pearl. This is the shade Space Cowboy, which is the most popular shade. I also have Cosmic, which I would argue is my favorite. I always reach for that one because it's just white based and it looks good on every look, whereas this one has kind of a bronzy base to it. They just add this glossy glow because of how fine the glitter is, and the way that this catches the light is insane. I can't get enough of them. Now let's talk about face. There are two formulas here. My first loves were the Fractal Dust Loose Glitters. These are so nice. They're kind of different from shade to shade. Some of them have chunkier glitter and some of them are more like a loose pigment. But these are my top 3 shades. I adore these for its packaging. It just makes it so easy to use and you can really control how much product you get out of here. So it's not going to be like a crazy huge mess, nor are you going to waste any product. So it comes with this nice little sifter that has a cap. So you just pop it open, pop, and then you can tap some into the cap here. And a little bit of it comes out at a time because this is a very hydrated loose glitter. So it kind of comes out in like these little chunkies. You have to like press them down to smooth them out, and that kind of activates whatever base is in here. And then it just adheres beautifully. And look at that reflect. Again, this shade is out of body. It is truly an out of body experience when you apply this onto your eyes. They're so pretty and consistent. It doesn't blow away. It's going to stay put without eye glue or setting spray. And the thing that keeps me reaching back for them all the time are the shades. They have some gorgeous tones. And the other product from About Face is the Fractal eye paints. They recently repackaged them. They're kind of in the matte fluid eye paint packaging now instead of this kind of tinfoily packaging. This kind of packaging is more practical. These are incredible. My favorite shade is now Refract. This one is my most recent color, but oh my goodness, it's like crushed diamonds. They also have an amazing shade range. Not only do they have these everyday kind of neutral tones, they have some fun blues and greens. So you can apply these ones kind of more full on for a satin look, but my favorite way to use these is by blending them out, and then you get that glossy, beautiful, glittery top coat. And this has so many benefits because it is a cream, and these ones set down and they don't budge at all. So you can get a cut crease kind of vibe, or you can get the effortless glossy glow type vibe. Now let's talk about a formula from e.l.f. Now there are two different ones from e.l.f. I like the metallic version over the glittery version. The glittery ones remind me a lot of the Stila liquid shadows that were all the rage back in the day, but these are my favorites, the metallic version. I've only tried a few shades. I can't speak on all of them. The specific shade I have right now is limited edition, sadly. It's the shade She's So Cold, which came out this season, but the other shade I adore is Cosmic, and that one's a permanent one. Again, I like to apply some onto the surface or even on my hand first just to get a more controlled amount, and then you can get that kind of satiny look, and then once you blend them out, you get that beautiful effect. And this one has a very consistent pearlescence. There's no different sized glitter in them. These ones are so lustrous. They do not lack any luster at all. They have all of it. They took it all in one little product. Like, look at this, flashing. I could be a lighthouse. Stay away, boats. Next up, I have this formula from Makeup by Mario. This is the Master Crystal Reflector. I feel like these are marketed wrong. I feel like they should be eye toppers instead of a highlighter. And I feel like these launched at a time where we were still really into metallic eyeshadows. So I feel like these need a resurgence. They need more hype than they have. They deserve it. My favorite shade is Quartz. As you can see, it's trending that I like the more white-based ones, just because they have that sheer base. There's nearly any base color, but just that beautiful reflective glitter. He has 3 different colors in this. There's Bronzite and Citrine, I believe, but Quartz is where it's at. This is what I had all over my hands in the Majouri clips. It's my favorite thing to just like apply to my body as well. It just has the most stunning glitter ever. Look at that. And this is a different kind of formula than we're used to seeing for like powder toppers like this. It has kind of one of those squishy formulas, so it sticks down to your eye looks, not only over top of eyelid primer, but on powdered shadows as well, just because it has that hydration in there. You can build it up to get this kind of effect on your lid, or you can smudge it out to get that more sparse effect. These next ones are so fun. These are the Danessa Myricks Twin Flames Multichrome pigments. So these are so sheer, but they're multichromes. They're insane. I have 3 shades: Passion, Bay, and Young Love. I hope that these are going to translate on camera. They're magical in person, and these are some of the most long-wearing liquid shadows in general. I don't know what they used in here, but this stuff bonds to your skin like crazy. But the shifts are out of this world. They're so fun to apply over top of any look. I was going to do that on camera today. Oh god, which color do I want to use? Let's go for this one. Passion. So I'm just going to take some on the back of my hand. Hopefully this is going to show up. Oh yeah. This one has like a pink and green reflect. They're just different and unique. I can't say enough good things. They're so fun to use. These are the NYX Ultimate Glow Shots. Did you predict these ones in here? I hope you did. I hope you studied for this. My 2 favorite shades, say it with me, Come Through Coconut and Golden Goji. Come Through Coconut is my #1 favorite. Again, it's a white-based, beautiful one. And these are so fun to work with. You can use them in so many different ways, but my favorite is, of course, the toppery way. So they're fun because you can use them as metallic liners if you'd like, or you can use them as a full-on satin eyeshadow or a topper. So here's the metallic liner, the satin, and then the topper. And when you blend them out like this, it just unveils the most beautiful reflective glitter. And again, They don't have different sizes. It's just very fine glitter. These draw the eye so beautifully. I love how delicate they are. These just bring so many of my eye looks to life. They're so fun to work with. Look at that reflect. These feel so much more expensive than they actually are. They killed it on that formula. I never get tired of talking about them. And the last few are kind of unfortunately in palettes, but I just wanted to give them an honorable mention. The first one being this shade in the Exaggereyes palette from Charlotte Tilbury, this one right here. I'm surprised I have not hit pan yet. This is one of my favorite shadows just to throw on top of anything. And it has a really pretty base. It kind of reminds me of Space Cowboy slightly, just the cool toned version of it. It's more silvery, it has kind of a mauvey base. So here is Space Cowboy. You can see it's the warm version of this. But this just reflects the light so much. It's a true gloss-like effect without the stickiness. This is the glossiest of them all in this video, that's for sure. I want to smudge it on my eyes right now, but I have so many toppers layered on top of one another now. And lastly, of course, these had to be in here, the Pat McGrath toppers. This is the Utopian Dreams palette, but these two shades that she includes in most of her Mothership palettes are to die for. They lean on the chunkier side of toppers, but nonetheless, they do the thing. They're so dramatic. They feel like pixie dust to me. They're hypnotizing. They're so impactful and consistent. And there we have it. Those are all of my favorite eyeshadow toppers and lip toppers. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I would like to say another huge thank you to Majouri for sponsoring today's video. Again, I'll have links to each piece I'm wearing in the description, as well as a link to the Diamond Week sale. I'm so excited that they're doing this. I highly recommend you checking them out because it's not often that we get a sale from Majouri. But other than that, I'll have links to all of these products in the description, so feel free to check that out, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!